big because one of my favorite features about this is I think it's the perfect size for everything. I think it's a perfect size for a home computer. I think it's a great size for, it's an ideal size when you're traveling and you're on the go. You know, a very, very lightweight. What does it weigh? 4.5 pounds. It's like nothing, right?
Actually.
Is it really?
3.3 pounds.
It weighs nothing, all right, which is nothing for a computer. And it's very similar in its kind of form and shape to very, very, very expensive computers that we all know and we all love at about, well, let's see, maybe a quarter of the price.
Yeah, about 25%.
Yeah, about 20% of the price. Normally this computer's $429. They discounted it for us to $379.99. It comes to us from HP. It's our HP 14-inch Intel. It's got an Intel processor inside. I think it's a Celeron processor in this one.
That's correct.
64 gig. Now we have presented the 32, but we decided, everybody loved that one, but their one big thing they kept saying is, I wish I had a little more onboard storage. And this one does. And guess what else this has, which is a nice bonus. It also gives you 1 year of Microsoft Office. So Office 365 is included with this. It's only $379.99. If you need a computer and you want a computer that you can travel with, I would recommend this. What's the battery on this?
10
Is it really?
hours. Have you ever seen a computer that has a 10-hour battery? I don't think I've ever seen a
My computer is 2.5 hours.
Yeah, this is a 10.
And mine is the one that costs 4 times. This one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I mean, it's because it has a solid state, we'll get to this, but the solid state drive, the new Intel processor makes it really, it just makes it really, really efficient battery-wise.
It's very slick to look at in a good way. When I say like it's very, like when you see this computer, like if somebody pulls this out, you'll first of all notice it's super sharp and slick. It looks like a computer that's a $1,200 computer, but it's only $379. I do have it in colors, by the way. It comes in gold, it comes in silver, it comes in white, and it comes in pink.
I think the pink is right in front of you. That's been an extremely popular color.
Look at how beautiful these colors are. I mean, you can see kind of they all have that matte finish, so fingerprint friendly on these. All of them have all the ports and all the things. I'll let Aaron get to all that, but I'm telling you, from HP, it's hard to get any better for a mobile computer than this. It really is.
A computer that starts with a 3, first of all, is something, you know, in terms of price that you just don't see very often. Now, quickly, and I'll get into it all, but things that you really, really don't expect. This is a solid state drive. Solid state drive is the latest technology. There are no moving parts inside this computer. That means there's less to break. That means it's faster. It multitasks better. It doesn't get hot on the bottom because there's no moving parts. And you know, movement equals friction, friction equals heat. Yeah. There's no heat. You can do this. This is something I bet almost no one will do on their computer. And that is even when I have video, live video up and streaming, and this is of course hsn.com, but it could be Netflix, it could be Hulu, any of your favorite shows that you like to watch. Usually if you close your computer, you're like, ah, daggone it, it's gonna be 3 minutes before I get it up and running again and get back to the page. This is instant on and instant off. Why? Again, because it is a solid state drive, and a solid state drive means there's no moving parts that have to start up and slow down. So it's immediate. When you turn it on, it's essentially immediate on and immediate off because it's just electrical impulses that move really quickly. Here's some other things you wouldn't expect. High definition HP True Vision webcam. So talk to your friends and family, talk to your loved ones wherever they are across the world. I'm gonna actually set, so this is our white, I'll just show you. The white computer has a white keyboard. So if you love that really, really clean kind of Apple-y look, this is the white computer. Now let me show you something else. I'm gonna grab our silver computer because all the other computers, the white keyboard has a matching, I'm sorry, the white computer has a matching white keyboard. All the others, the pink, which is so popular, the gold and the silver, all have a dark keyboard and it's a little easier to see. They also all, even the white one, have backlit keys.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Now that's something, you know, you were talking about the $1,000 computer store earlier. That is something that those computers have.
The two reasons that I love this more than any other reason is I knew the battery was long, and I love the fact that I don't have to deal with antivirus, but I also love the backlit keys because I do a lot of my computing and multitasking when it's not bright out. In my house, I am not one of those people that likes bright lights anyway. I like the lights kind of dim, so that's why I kind of squint all the time, but when I'm at home, I keep the light low, and I have this computer which will light up in a dark environment like that, and you can see all the keys. I call it, you know what I call it? I call it street lights.
Yeah, it's street lights. Like turn the street.
It's having street lights
on
your computer. So, and that is an extra feature that most, you know, I mean, listen, my computer's a $1,300 computer, and I was very happy to pay that when I knew I had street lights on it and everything else. But my computer, when you can't use my computer on your lap because it just gets hot. You know, it's got moving parts. When you turn a computer on, if you're hearing a noise, that's the little belt inside. I mean, it's literally like, you know, the little thing chasing the carrot. You know, it's starting to warm up.
Hamster in there?
Yeah, a little thing, yeah, on the wheel. You don't have that with this, and you don't have a lot of the other issues that you have with it. But again, lightweight, super long battery, backlit keyboard, lots of storage and memory, and a year of Office too, right?
Yeah, so that the next thing, you know, something that certainly isn't typically included, we include in total, just the software and services on this computer, $493 in additional software and services. It's rare that we include software and services that are $100 over the price of the computer, but that is the case today. And I will just point out quickly, just to mention, it's a customer pick too on hsn.com. So it's one thing that we're selling this today at a lower price than we did over the holiday season. It's another that people who have bought this computer, because I think a lot of times you think, well, it's not, that won't be enough for me. You know, that's not quite gonna fit my needs. It's a customer pick. Customers are crazy about this computer because it's light, because it's fast, because it has a long battery life, because it has a solid state memory, and because it comes with Microsoft Office. So you get a full year of Microsoft Office 365. That's the full version, so not like a beginner version or a 30-day or anything. Full version of Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher, Outlook, Access, OneNote. You get them all. Full version. The #1 software program that computer buyers in America buy after they get their computer home, they open up their computer, and the first thing they do is they get out their credit card and buy Microsoft Office. We're including it. It is the gold standard for productivity. So Microsoft Office is built in, is included as well. Guy has mentioned a couple of times you don't need antivirus with this computer, which leads us to another big point. We actually have a little video on this. So this is the three biggest names in computers. It's HP. HP is the #1 computer brand in America. Most people know that already. It's also the #1 selling computer, actually #1 selling brand at HSN for everything we sell. All the beauty and the health and the fashion and the fitness. We sell more HP than anything else, which is why they do things like put street lights, as he calls them, put a backlit keyboard on a $300 computer. You simply don't find that other places. That's #1. #2, this has Intel, which I'll talk more about in a few minutes, #1 processor company in the world inside. But what I'm leading up to is the reason why you don't need antivirus on this. This has Windows 10. Windows 10, of course, is the #1 operating system in the world on PCs, but it's not just Windows 10. It's called Windows 10 in S mode, and I think we have a video that we can show you on it. S mode means your computer is safer, is more secure, and frankly, is a lot simpler to use. S mode is a mode, and again, it comes in this mode already. You don't have to put it in it, you don't have to do a darn thing, that when you get your computer home, it's the only PC I sell where I can say you don't need antivirus. You know, we just stood out here and sold the best antivirus in the world, Viper antivirus. If you have another computer, and any computer that isn't in Windows S mode, really, you need Viper. But with Windows S mode, your computer is safe from viruses, spyware, malware, Trojans, worms, all of those kind of things. It's also kept up to date. So here's what I always say about S mode, and I really mean this. People are always asking, is this the computer for me? If you like to do Facebook, if you do email, if you like to stream video, out of this world for streaming videos, if you do a little bit of gaming, if you need to get office projects done for work or for school or for home, any sort of interconnection, videos, those sort of things, then this computer is for you. If you're the kind of person that likes to tinker on your computer, and what I mean by tinker is like, if you like to physically manipulate your computer, like if you want to download your own updates all the time, if you want to make sure that, you know, if you want to get in there and change out the RAM and change out the memory and do, then this probably isn't the computer for you, because this is the computer that's just always ready to go. With Windows S mode, all your updates are already downloaded for you. You don't ever have to think about them. Antivirus, you don't ever have to think about it. Trojans, malware, spyware, you don't ever have to think about them. It's kind of like me, I like to drive a nice car, but like I couldn't tinker on a car under any circumstance. Like I wouldn't know the first thing to do to fix my car. I just want to get in it, I want it to go, I want it to work. If you feel that way about your computer, you want to have a computer that's fast, that's light, that's on the go, but you don't want to have to think about kind of all the back inner workings of it. This is a great, like the perfect computer.
It's funny because yesterday, you know, we had our Bose Today special.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
And I kind of think along the same lines with this as with that. When David was talking, he was saying, you know, the long gone are the days, unless you're a tinker, of having 38 buttons on a stereo to change all the. He goes, well, you're not an engineer. Why would you do that? They took care of that for you, so all you do is you turn it on, you turn it off, and raise the volume. That's
and it always sounds great.
Well, I know how busy you are, because I know you're here and you're all over. You travel, you do all that stuff, and I know you don't have time for that. You know, when you sit down to a computer. To Aaron's point, you want to turn it on and you want to use it. I don't want to start thinking about, okay, I have to add this to make this do that. I have to add this, I have to download this. No, you just open it up, use it. You'll see it's solid state. It immediately kicks on every time you open it up too, which I love because mine doesn't do that. It takes forever for that to happen. But you'll notice it doesn't have needs. It's not a needy computer. And a lot of computers, when you buy them, they're wonderful computers, but they have needs, right? They need antivirus, they need this, you need to tweak that, and you need to download this, you need to do all. You don't need to do that. This thing is ready to go. Normally, when you have something like that's kind of in this genre, this style, it's a $1,200 or $1,300 computer. Now, it doesn't have all those bells and whistles as some of the most expensive ones have, but then again, remember, you don't want to spend $1,300. You want to spend $300 or $400. This is the place to do it. I would recommend this for anybody that is in school. I think it's ideal in a backpack.
Oh my gosh, perfect for that.
At under 4 pounds. I think it's ideal for seniors out there because listen, you know, first of all, if you don't need, you know, mega terabytes of hard drive and all this other stuff because you're never going to use that, and you need storage, enough ample storage, and you can always cloud store if you want to do stuff like that. Then this is for you. If you love opening your computer and having it light up so you can see the keys. Come on. First of all, that is also college students have a tendency to cram and they're exhausted whenever they use a computer. Somebody like my mom who has a hard time. Me, who, I'm wearing glasses, so I have contact lenses. Not on right now, but I have to use glasses. Having that feature is fantastic. And then finally, again, to those same folks, like, you know, with my mom or with me, and I don't always remember to plug my computer in to charge it. I don't have to worry with a 10-hour battery life. Same with college kids. Come on. My kid's going to college. His phone is dead all the time. You can't keep anything charged. This gives you a little wiggle room in the old charging capacity as well. So top to, and not only that, let's aesthetically, the thing is beautiful. It looks like a $1,200 or $1,300 computer. It's grown up. It's not flashy. It's I said slick. I should have said sleek because and you know, it is pretty slick. You walk into a room and you pull this out of your briefcase or out of your backpack, people are going to look and be like, dude, where'd you get that cool, like rose-colored? Extremely unique. It looks rich.
Well, and so, like sometimes when we have a pink computer, it's like pink, you know, and that's fine, and that's it's cool.
Pepto.
Like, right, Pepto but that's pink. Not, you know, look at the computer in front of Guy. It's like an executive blush. Well, they're just really pretty, and the entire color palette.
It's not feminine. I mean,
not particularly.
It's not at all. I don't think so. I love it. I think it's just a great, because it almost has like a pearlized finish to it, and you can see as I move it. Like there, you wouldn't even know.
No, it looks silver in that light, doesn't it? Yeah.
But then down there, you see how it kind of, that's when it gets that rich color. I love the mirrored HP thing on the back too. I think that's just all. It's very classy. It's great for business. But anyway, so bottom line, what we were saying is, if you don't want to fuss with your computer, you just want a computer that works really, really great and has lots of extra bang for the buck, this is the one for you.
Couple of really quick things. So Guy's mentioning the styling on it. One of the reasons it looks so good, if you're just wondering, a technic, you're like, man, why does that look better than other computers? It's because of the bezel on the side. This is nearly bezel-less. It's, you know how when you buy a really nice television, there's a really thin bezel on the side? Well, did you know there's barely any bezel? This is almost all screen. So it's a 14-inch computer, but it sort of reads to the eye more like a 15-inch computer. I'm gonna point just for a minute. Sorry, see where it says also available here? I just wanna point out, if you need a new printer, that's probably the best deal I've ever seen on a printer. It's a copier, it's a scanner, it's a fax machine, and it copy, scan, fax, and print. And it's 80% off the retail price.
You and I have been working too long together because I was exactly where I was going right after you said it. You said the printer, and I was looking to see if it was on my sheet because I wanted to mention it. But
great deal.
We'll put the item number for that. But you know what? And I love, because I like to sync you know, families of electronics. So if you buy the HP computer today, get yourself a great printer.
And it's wireless.
You know, my ink is $69. My ink is more expensive than that printer.
And that comes with 2 full inks. So there you go. It's like buy the ink, get the printer for free.
We're pointing there because it's over there in case you get a chance to see it. But there it is. Thanks, guys. Yeah. So brand new computer. And by the way, very similar to the HP that I own. I think this one might be even a little more compact. So if you don't have a lot of room for like I said, computer printer, if you don't have a lot of room for a printer, that's really a good deal for you. So
yeah, that one has 2 paper trays too and a color screen.
Well, this is $50 off, so get the printer.
Yeah, that's right. It pays for it. Pays for your printer pretty much. Lowest price color ink in America. Okay, we're gonna hop into Mike, and we only have about 4 minutes, and I do want to show you a couple of things, a couple of functions inside the computer. Again, if you're like me, I mean, I'm kind of a naturally incredulous person. I think, okay, you know, $300 plus computer, like what am I getting? What can this do? Well, here's the webcam up and running. So easy to talk to your friends and family across the country, across the world, beautiful. You can see the color behind us. It's like that off-white isn't too yellow, isn't too brown. We're including Office 365, that's a full year of Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Outlook, OneNote, Publisher. They're all included, full version for a computer, for a tablet, and for a smartphone. So if you work across your devices, that's kind of the way a lot of us, you know, it's the way we live today. We all have multiple devices. Microsoft Office 365 really lends itself to that. And actually the printer, if you are grabbing the printer, it lends itself to that as well because it's a universally compatible printer. You can send an email from any device, any operating system in the world to that printer and print it. It's really a cool deal. Okay, I want to show you how much I have running on the computer at one time. This computer, I barely mentioned, has 4 gigabytes of RAM. RAM is important for multitasking, and it's also important for moving quickly on the internet. So for uploads and download speeds, if you feel like your computer is slow sometimes, you'll have a faster online experience. Bluetooth is built into this, Wi-Fi is built into it. And I'll even just kind of show you here, there's 3 USB ports on the side, an HDMI port, an Ethernet port. I mean, every bell, every whistle. I have my webcam up and running, plus Microsoft PowerPoint, Paint 3D, Facebook, Netflix, Photos, Microsoft Store, and hsn.com. So I have 8 programs up and running, and there's no waiting or pausing or